bring in our character and all that, and we'll continue our plunge into madness in the Valley of Defilement.
Well, it's so I feel like Latria is more the madness of it. This is
Sure.
much more the haves and the have-nots.
Sure. I think it's my own personal madness in the Valley of Defilement because I don't like it.
Yeah.
I do it for the fans. I do it for the gram. I don't do it because I like it. So one of my favorite
Well, and
places to
also 'cause you have
grind.
to beat it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, one of my favorite places to grind though is which you hate apparently is Shrine of Storms. The
It's not that I hate it; it's just that I did it last because
Okay.
those showmen are those were incredibly difficult enemies for me.
Yeah. The skeletons give a little over 500 souls per kill. So I
Mhm.
just killed a handful of them and I have 6,000 souls. So now I can grab
I can forge weapons for you.
and stock up a little bit here. And so I mute something real quick. Got a little bit of echo on my side. I know you wish you had echo.
Yeah.
And okay, so I can get some spice and I can get some. I mean, we're okay on grass, but I know we need spice, but not that much. What do you think? 8? 10? Let's do 10.
Just for the trip in.
This is just for funsies. I mean, I grabbed. So I'll just. This is literally I grabbed all those souls
You come back
because
alive. I need your business.
last time we died relatively quickly, and I basically forfeited and / lost my souls. So I just said, well, I'll just grind for I don't know. I think 20 minutes.
Hello again.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's I can dump it into at this stage in the game. I can totally dump that into grass and not worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't let them take it from
She also sells late moon grass for 1,000 souls a pop, which is
Filthy Woman.
matches. Yep.
Okay, I think didn't think about that. Let me see. Do I have? Okay, I got some souls I can pop while I'm down there, and we'll get a little bit while we're going down there. Oh, I also you texted me yesterday. I was gonna joke and say the fans asked me, but nobody asked me this, so I'm not gonna lie. About the Saints robe, Saints clothes. We do have that, and
Excellent.
I completely missed that we have that. So a little bit better physical. Was this one that you looked up as a better item? Just trying to find the stats.
I mean, there are some there are some builds that use it, but it's not really anything in particular that we're working on. So
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I was just looking at obviously durability is a little better. It's heavier. That's the only drawback. Is it is heavier. Has some better defense to magic. Not better to fire though. And these enemies use a lot of fire, so I figure we can stay here for now.
yeah.
But
And then
yeah,
also the boss that we're going to be fighting, Leechmonger, is also vulnerable to fire. So we'll want to have fire bombs if we've got some, or something to throw on there.
was it Leechmonger and that's right, because Flamelurker is 2-1. And let's see. We don't have to add it now. I just wanted to check. Pretty sure I have some fire bombs. I got a handful. We can go grab more if we want.
Okay. The
That's
fire.
just
Fire.
the fire. Yeah. How's the video by? Oh, I can't believe I did that. How's the video on this different app, by the way? This is it, or I should say, how's the frame rate? The resolution may look meh.
The resolution is like if you took a glass of mud
Oh,
and then put it up in front of a CRT screen that was showing demo video from from a world fair. That's about where it's at.
Yeah, so we can switch, by the way, we can switch over to the other one. Now, the audio, since the audio here, we're just doing it straightforward. We can switch over if you...
So, back in the game and looking excellent with your 37 graphics. I can read numbers now.
Much better. Much better. Okay, in that case... Can I still... Weird. Now I can't hear. Oh, well. The game can still hear me, so we'll continue. Yeah, sorry. So technical difficulties aside, so yeah, we have some different equipment we could choose. I'm happy with this one right now. With when it comes to fire, that's the main thing I'm worried about here, as well as being bum rushed, because I just don't like it. It should 2021 be the year where we take the term bum rush and make that a protected, or whatever you want to call it, like to say that's offensive to the homeless.
No. That's from Saban. It's a reference to the butt, like you're committing with your butt.
Oh, is that?
That's my interpretation.
That's your interpretation.
Is.
So
Yeah.
when someone says, "Oh, I got bum rushed," that's what you think that like means.
They are just committed to the attack.
Okay. I assumed that they because of their social status and lack of things in the material world and more than likely possibly mental illness, that they just don't care and they're going to attack like mad. So
see,
that's
so because Final Fantasy VI was and Patrick knows this, but I've had so poison is the one that goes away, right?
Poison does go away. I have a Noble Lotus, so and those are not expensive, so I don't feel bad using that. But sorry, Final Fantasy VI.
Final Fantasy VI, and I was also referencing the fact that my experience with the world was a bit off from being homeschooled, and so there's a lot of things that I just didn't get. Whenever my experience was much different than a lot of other people's. So so Bum Rush was just something that was in Final Fantasy VI.
So you'd never heard the term other than the fact that someone said it in Final Fantasy VI.
Well, I'd heard it before, but that was because that was my first reference.
Oh, okay.
It never occurred to me to analyze it of what it actually meant.
Oh, okay.
So many of these guys everywhere.
Just everywhere, yeah. I think that's all. I think we only have this one more left, and also because we stocked up and we know we can grab grass at a relatively cheap price, I'll spam a little bit more magic to be safe. It'll probably help us a lot in this run, now that, since I did that grind. Normally in games like this, I would grind a lot, and when we've started streaming, I just stopped doing that because I was like, oh, I want to get everything on stream, but we don't need to see me grind.
Yeah, and that is definitely something that, to a certain extent, like if you're really good at the game, you can keep going and you can just charge forward, and you get enough supplies as you go.
Yeah.
But because it does give you some, okay, here's some of this item, and you'll need it in a minute for this other thing.
Yeah.
But if you die a couple of times, then it can really wreak havoc on your resources.
Yeah.
And going and getting some items from some of the bigger bosses, just to have supplies.
Yeah.
It's, for me, consistently a part of the game because I know that.
Yeah, same. And that helps when you're a mediocre gamer like we are. Let me do one thing real quick, make sure you're still good. Okay, you still hear me?
Yep, still good.
Cool. Okay. Now I can hear things better, selfishly. So
So-
we learned not to attack these.
Yes, or you can attack them from far away, and they blow up, and then
I
depending
thought
on-
that I thought they blew up and something came out. Let's try that.
No, if you attack them from a ways away, then you're all right. Yeah, it does explode, but it has a finite range on it. So,
And then a bug comes out. And the bug go down. So, I'm gonna kill that bug.
maybe that's the bug that poisons you?
That could have been the one that poisoned me before.
Yeah, it could be.
Could be. I'm gonna get rid of this because I'm worried about it now. But I'm gonna do it from far away.
So that's why the lock-on doesn't hit the top part.
Aha. There we go.
Okay.
So we're not going to
think
talk
it's
spoilers
fascinating.
here. Fascinating.
Yeah.
What?
I still think it's fascinating that they're just hanging out in there, just waiting to be found.
We're just doing our thing. Yeah. I imagine that they're what's the term? They're pupating. They're
Yes.
gonna turn into their next phase of their life cycle. That's what I assume
Yeah.
is happening there.
Yeah. So it's more like a cocoon.
Yeah, yeah, like a pretty butterfly, except they would come out as a very disgusting, but other type of bug instead of a butterfly.
Yeah.
Nothing from here is going to be pretty. I don't think. Maybe in a
Yes.
grotesque way, you know.
Well,
Like
it may not be pretty to our aesthetic, but
Sure.
I think that there is something to the way that they are aesthetically valid. Seems like a weird word, but like everything makes sense.
sure. In
and-
their world, they are beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know, for some reason it reminded me, because so many things remind me of Star Trek, but it reminded me of something where it'd be like, you know, like an episode where like everybody, you know, thinks that the species is, you know, to us they're ugly, and to them we're ugly, that kind of situation.
Yeah. And the I don't remember what creature it was, but Data translated their name for humans to ugly bags of mostly water,
There you go. Yeah.
and that's yeah.
We're meat bags, as was it HK 47? What's his name? The from Knights of the Old Republic. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's accurate. When
Yeah.
he said that in Knights of the Old Republic, I'm like, I can't be offended, because that's kind of what we are. So we've defeated all the ads, by the way. Now we're just gonna try to carefully bring this guy over and not fall. And yeah, we kind of broke a cardinal rule there that I shouldn't have done. So let's not do that. And go into the unknown is what I mean. Bring him to the place that we know.
Yeah, getting up close enough to him to get his attack to happen. Take a step back, hit him.
Yep.
Done.
And make sure he doesn't kill the filthy woman, because she's struggling. I don't
Wait,
want.
were you locked onto the filthy woman?
I was not. No, there's an enemy over here. That
okay.
there's a shortcut. Yeah. I was just thinking she's right up there, and he swings a little high. So
Yeah.
I didn't want to have that happen. And I don't know why I did that. Let's do that, and then we'll stop using grass, and we'll actually use our heal spell. But this is pretty good. We've gotten further in a better way, and he didn't surprise me because he didn't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, I was a little bit surprised.
You were surprised?
I was surprised he didn't do anything.
Oh yeah. I was. It was a split second of me going, like, there's a person there. He's not attacking. I'll attack him. Like, the brain was functioning fast enough for me to go to register it and say, this is funny, and I'm just gonna take it down. So we'll take just the one. Oh shoot, we didn't want that. But that's okay.
Well, then go ahead and finish this fight before we deal
Yes.
with it. Because that was
Yep.
one of the things that I did in my first playthrough. That
Before you heal, before you
yeah,
cure.
before you unpoison.
Yeah, I'm terrible about that. In real life and in work and all these other things, like I'm all about efficiency, and I guess in gaming I'm just like I'm doing it. I'm mashing a button. I'm not that bad, but
Well,
that's kind of
it's very much a I need to take care of this to get back to kind of a center.
sure.
Taking care of the urgent thing.
Yep.
ASAP.
Which is this guy, because we got another one. And in this environment, much easier because I got a little space to dodge. So now and as you mentioned before, I'm just stating it, but the guy on the bridge, kite him to the area where you have room because you don't want to fall.
Yep.
What do we got?
Something that was
Yep.
yeah, that is boss time.
Yay!
So Illusory Wall on Twitter tweeted about this, but the character names in the dev notes for all the different characters have their whatever their name is, but for the giant depraved one, it's just a pair of creepy eyes and axie art, and that's awesome.
That is great. That's all you need. We're going to put... I should put Spice a little bit further down, and we're going to, just in case, because you said he is vulnerable to fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have pine resin and we have black pine resin. Go for the gold? Go for the strongs? I think that's good.
Alright.
Alright, let's... Oh, you know what? Pine resin doesn't matter because I have a special sword. So fire bombs only.
Yes.
Yep, fire bombs only, so that's not needed. Look at us being efficient. So firebomb, and I guess I don't really have anything else here. I'm just gonna leave it blank so that way I can cycle through.
Okay.
But let's see how we do.
And so we'll stay back a little bit because they're getting close to this guy is just. I mean, you can fight him up close with a sword. But I'd rather stay away from all that leechingness.
It's not worth it.
Yeah. So I wonder if they have is it just kind of hive mind, or do they operate like Borg? How does Leechmonger work?
That's a good question. Will he not aggro unless I go down there?
Well, I mean, you can shoot him from a distance, and yeah, it's perfectly fine. But that's how a lot of people take him. And once you aimed this way, well, he can't do anything to you from here. So yeah.
Well then, let's. I thought that would poison. Oh, I'm not using my poison. Hold on.
You're using holy arrows.
Yep. Hold on. So let's switch. What is my switch there?
No, we're playing on PlayStation, Patrick.
What's that?
We're on PlayStation. No.
Yeah. I meant. And he heals himself. Okay. So that, and those only do 10. So regular arrows did more, and he's doing something. He did something that healed himself, I think. Or it looks.
Yeah.
But these are. I don't want to waste these, I guess.
Agreed.
Yep. So let's.
So one of the things about this game is, and this was one of the things that you could do in the Dark Souls games too, is once you've targeted something with your arrows, as long as the spell can reach that far, that is where your next spell shot, as it were, will go.
This is true. So if I do this, and I do this,
yeah,
oh,
I don't think it'll reach that far.
I don't think it will either. But let's try it.
Well, you're two-handing your bow.
Yeah. Alright, let's adjust with the two-hand and make it go a little bit higher.
Okay.
And then let's see if we can cheese it. I mean, why not? Not that. This is why you come see our playthroughs, though. You come to see the mistakes. I mean, let's be honest here. You can go anywhere for expertise. Interesting. Yeah, it's almost like it phases. By the time it gets there, it's
Yeah, it just kind of falls off.
Yeah, so we'll go down and
See what we can do.
now I'm able to lock on. Okay, hold on. Do I just... Oh, he heals? Come on.
He does, but... So, also, firebombs from here would be...
But is he going to heal? Because he's just kind of there. Okay, so maybe if he can hurt me here, then I can... Oh. I don't want to be near you. I don't like you. No means no. I'm going to go away.
So I don't actually know how his heal works exactly, like what causes him to do it and everything.
Same, and also that hits really hard.
Yes.
And then the leeches, I think you roll them off, right? Well, that didn't really work, but okay, rolling towards him will help against that.
All right. And he doesn't have a whole lot of... It's not a ton of hit points.
Yeah, well,
It's just mostly the...
Yeah. I'm gonna find a way to avoid the leeches. I know that's obviously that was the most most apparent statement that I'll make, but it seems like if I can avoid those, that I'm okay because they leech your health. And I don't know if you have any tips. I was trying. It seemed like if I roll forward, it may be the best way to dodge it. I don't know.
So,
Do you have any tips?
the masses of leeches, like he will draw them in, and it forms a brighter colored blob around its midsection, and heals 20% of its HP over time.
Okay. So we want to. Is there a way to stop that?
Well, I mean, you destroy the little mini blob thing of leeches that just hang out on him.
Okay. So.
But I think that. So I'm not sure how much damage I'm not sure how much damage the fire bombs are gonna be. Because he's so far down, I think we can definitely just basically bomb him to death.
Yeah, let's try it.
So
We can buy fire bombs. So.
yeah.
And these guys will homeless person rush me if I
don't think that's
that doesn't make it better.
and that makes it a very there's no getting around that. We're definitely referring. This is their home.
That's why I was like, how can I make
where
this?
They like to live.
I know. I was like, how can I make this more offensive? And those of you who know me know that was the only reason I would say something like that it's the reason things like Tropic Thunder.
There's one more behind you.
Yeah, good call. It's the reason like movies like Tropic Thunder are funny. It's like, this is terrible, and that's why it's funny. We get to laugh at how terrible this situation is. Or one of my favorite movies, or I should say my favorite movies, a movie that I watched when I was younger that I should not have watched, and because of your upbringing, you may have not seen this. Have you seen The Toy? Not Toy or Toys, but The Toy with Richard Pryor.
I have not seen any of those movies. The ones that you weren't talking about.
Okay, so this is I don't know if this is kind of loud, or you can't hear this, so never mind.
Yeah, you're good.
So the premise of the movie, The Toy, is Richard Pryor, very famous African American comedian, which is important to the story.
No, Richard Pryor, I know.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, very important to the story. Very famous African American comedian. He is I believe, a janitor, if I'm not mistaken, at a toy store. Like that's his job. and
Alright.
crazy, extremely rich billionaire man and his son come in, and he tells his son, "You can have anything you want, just whatever you want." And he says, "I want him." Literally, like, I want this man.
Ooh.
And Richard Pryor's like, no, we kind of fought a war about this. We're not, like,
Yeah.
you know, like, and so it's definitely, it's a funny movie, but it's definitely just that subtext alone. You're like, no, you can't make that movie. You cannot make that movie again. There will not be a remake of that movie. But you know, it. I'm not saying it handles it in the best way, but you understand that that they are doing something, that they have, the premise
They
is
are
terrible.
aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The premise is terrible. He is aware. Everyone is aware, and they're like, "We're going to give you insane amounts of money. You can whatever." And it's a terrible premise, but that's the point. And context is king. Also, for not being dumb like me. But yeah, context is king and things like that. And there were jokes about, like, oh, let's remake it with I guess 10 years ago people were saying, Chris Rock, or now it'd be Kevin Hart. It doesn't work. Our society has moved on, and in some ways it's good. In some ways we're kind of overly sensitive to some things, but also we should be sensitive to some things.
Well, and also the belief that, oh, we got over that whole thing. So
Yeah.
no, that's
Yeah, and we haven't. There's a great. I love NPR. I know you listen as well, probably. So there was a great thing that they did, which I then researched, and there's a lot about it, which is that doctors were trained, that they were trained and taught in medical school, or if it wasn't in school, it was by their mentors, that African Americans have a higher pain tolerance. So if they're complaining about pain, it's probably not that big of a deal. So you have people who are, doctors, you have a long career as a doctor. You can continue to be a doctor into into where normal people would retire. It doesn't require, physical strain. So, you have doctors who are still practicing. They'd hit the bar.
Oh, okay.
So you have these doctors who were older, or doctors who are younger, who were trained to think this. They were told this is a physiological difference, and then what happens to their patients? Obviously, their patients, suffer based on that. I thought that was really interesting because, as you said, that wasn't that long ago when with civil rights, when we may be a little while from slavery, but civil rights was not that long ago. I think
And we didn't finish the job.
Nope, and I think someone was saying
Where did those guys come from?
I don't know, and I know where he came from. I missed him. Someone was saying, I think it's a third of senators were adults when the civil rights movement happened, or something like that. I'm like, that's insane. That's crazy. Because they have had their formative years of learning, and in those times they were taught.
So that's the giant one, right?
Yeah, it's a giant one. So
do we have room to fight him in that room?
I think we do, actually.
Well, there's the one guy to the right.
One guy to the right, and I think that's it. Let me just double check. Yeah, I'm okay with
So
this.
this way you can fight him in the same way that you fought the other one. Just,
Yep. Oops, that was
greedy.
That was. Let me just heal real quick.
Can you backstab the giant ones?
Let me try. I've not had a successful backstab, but now that I'm in here.
Yeah, his big swing is easy.
So one guy came down. So maybe not the safest area.
Yeah,
Not the safest area.
you survived. And
Yeah.
he set the body on fire.
Oh, weird.
know that.
I didn't know they could do that either. I assume that that's not going to create like an AoE or anything, but
Right.
it's cool, the little differences like that. that they've done in here.
Yeah. Hold just 1 second. Easy goes with also. Yes, collecting souls, and also it's better to fight in soul form in this area. Also, you need to repair your sword next time you get a chance.
Yes, good call. Come in here, we'll have a good time. Have a few laughs. Got a whole Green Goblin thing going on with that tongue. By the way, Goblin better be in the next Spider-Man game, because, come on, they're totally setting him up, right?
Definitely. I very much look forward to that showing up.
Yeah. The I'm loving the I guess it's not leaks, they announced it, but the actors showing up in Spider-Man 3, the ones that are officially in Spider-Man 3. There's obviously rumors, but yeah, I'm so excited. All right, let's try this out. So, fire bombs. I don't think we're going to use our sword. What do you think?
We may use the sword at the end. I would leave it there because yeah.
Okay. I was just thinking, I don't know if I need to. I guess I'd rather. Yeah, I'd like to have my talisman just in case.
Wait, why don't we can also equip the instead of the sword, we could have the
Chris blade?
The Chris blade, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as long as I'm on the offense, that's fine by me. So the yeah, because I think you were saying spam from here.
Yeah, because I mean you can throw far enough to get to him. That's not going to be enough with only 5.
Not enough. And I'm thinking he may be able to heal, as you see there. He's able to heal himself.
Yeah, but so,
I think it's purposely glitched that if he's this high, if I'm this high, he will heal indefinitely. I think that's a programming. I think they purposely did that
decision that they made.
Yeah, where they're like, we don't want you to do that. So I think if I drop down, what's up?
Yeah, can you target? Because like you can see the little mass whenever he starts regenerating, and I'm curious target. Well,
okay. So if I hit once
with magic,
and I hit again, and then see if he, yeah, I don't have anything I can target there. And he just kind of immediately heals. I think you said it was like a heal over time of 20%. Yeah. I feel like that was a programming choice to say, let's not have them cheese this entire fight. Let's see if I can do it from here. And if he can hit me, okay, this may work. Yep, there they go. All right, so I need to. Is it roll? I don't know.
I'm not sure once you get covered with the leeches.
I know it goes away, but I didn't know if there was a. Okay, so then they're on the ground. I don't know if that matters. I think we may have it though.
Yeah. Yeah, good roll.
Yeah, I think this would be good.
Rolling to the side works. So, also, this is another situation where I'm very glad that I am not the character, because being just covered by leeches.
It's disgusting.
Like, regardless of whether it hits or not, like that is y'all.
Like, I'm just imagining trying to scrape them off, and there we go. It's fine, everything's fine. Don't tell me you're covered with the second swarm. And a little bit more spice.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I think we got it. And there we go.
Those aren't. Oh, there it goes.
Huzzah.
Yay! And did you already pick up your souls?
I have not, but there's my Leechmonger trophy. So that's nice.
Heck
Get that
yeah.
going.
Body restore.
did-
Be careful.
Yeah, I didn't look if there's a Leechmonger specific trophy. I usually look that up, but I don't know.
I don't think so.
Should be good here. Yeah, good. Cool. Retrieve. Not bad. Not bad.
Yay.
And now we have all these
So
things.
more grass.
Yes. Which I appreciate. I mean, I used a lot of grass and can use a lot of grass. And very soon that'll be so much easier to farm. So
Yeah.
happy about that. Who came in asking questions, by the way? I heard you explaining soul form.
Yeah. That was Nora.
Okay.
She just wanted to know why you were a ghost. Which
Sure.
question?
That's a good question. Yeah. It's a very good question. I was
So
going to say,
we get to this place and go ahead and touch the Archstone.
yeah, I was just, yep. And then go back and kill myself,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
No,
Before,
come back,
before,
filthy-
before
and
you
when we
forget.
come back, the filthy woman will be right there.
Very cool. Yeah, before we forget, we kill ourselves, and we get. I don't know if we want to get a few things from the filthy woman, but I definitely will get her dialogue at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, explaining world tendency has been really interesting to the newer players who are who never played the game on PS3. And they're saying, I don't understand, why would I not play in human form? You're like, yeah, you can, but you miss parts of the game. And if you're okay with that, you're okay with that. I mean, it's do you want to experience all the quest lines, all the stories, and if you don't, then I don't think there's anything really. There's certain weapons, I guess, weapons and equipment that you would miss. So.
Yeah, but there's also the fact that it is that you get to Black World Tendency, and some of the stuff gets way harder.
Much more difficult.
The opening of Shrine of Storms. There's a guy, I don't remember his name, but there's a guy that shows up there. He's just nasty. Remember, repair your equipment before we go.
Yes, yeah, I'll go right back up and repair. He can repair magic items, right?
Yeah, he can repair anything that's busted.
Okay. For some reason, I thought there were certain things he couldn't repair. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. You play enough of these games, you start forgetting which one's which.
Yeah.
And
But being able to have that taken care of is real nice, and also just repair all.
that's exactly right. I was just seeing if there was anything that I had
come
there
back
that
alive.
he wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
So we're good there. Now that
do we
we've,
want to go ahead and use our souls on stuff?
yeah, I was gonna say, do we need to buy anything from the filthy woman? I don't know if there's anything we wanted to. We were interested in, or not really. I don't think that, unless
I
Plague.
like the regeneration because it's cheaper than curing whenever we're down in the valleys. Because
It's cheaper than a cure of plague,
Yeah, or no,
or of poison.
just right. So just having that option
yeah,
to counter.
sure. Let me see. I'm just
Also,
curious.
we could also look at level up.
Yeah, oh, definitely. That's my main thing I was going towards. I was trying to figure out the who sold the Lotus. I think Patches. Who sells the? I think it's the Noble Lotus.
No, the filthy
Not
woman
him.
sells
Filthy
that.
Woman. Okay. Well, I know she sells the Widow's Lotus. I couldn't remember if she sold both. So if she sells both, let's go talk to her. I just want to see, and then yes, we're going to cash in some souls, and it's probably pretty brief that run to do, but we could try to take down the Tower Knight if you have a bit.
Yeah, we can do Tower Knight.
What's oh, you said she was here, right?
Yeah, her second spot is supposed to be right next to the Archstone. It says after the player moves past the Valley of Defilement on the platform between the swamp and the shanty town.
Platform between the swamp and the shantytown, which the shantytown should be through here. It's been a while. It's surprisingly there's bits of this I remember and not bits I don't.
Yeah.
I would assume that would be here, but let's go further down. Oh, and let's switch this out for the Crescent Falchion.
But yeah, because she sells the various Lotus and some of the higher cost grasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does she sell equipment or anything?
I believe she has a few pieces of equipment, but it wasn't anything I was interested in. We'll just we'll double check it. Hear you. And I see that lovely over there, but I don't wanna. Oh, this is another shortcut. Okay.
Yeah. As you kick that bridge down later.
Yes.
Hello? You, yonder. Over here.
Say, I'm sure you've heard your share of it, but every time I say the words or hear the words, I can hear you. I think of Frozen 2, and I'm sure you do as well.
Towards path. Just over there. Is our feeding ground.
Which I still say that Into the Unknown's not Into the Unknown's better than what's the one from the first Frozen?
Let It
Let It Go. Yeah, Into the Unknown's
Yeah.
a better song. And the song, one of the later songs that Elsa sings is probably the best song in the movie, other than the ballad that the 80s power ballad that Kristoff sings. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's good. You have Disney Plus, right?
I think so.
Okay, let's see, because.
Like I remember, like I saw that.
Okay.
Maybe she's further back.
Oh yeah, let's go back just
where Leechmonger was hanging out before.
Maybe, yeah. The
because it just keeps saying that she's at that Archstone, but
unless she and she spawns there after Leechmonger has died, so or I believe that is the case.
Yeah. Oh no! She doesn't move until after you've beaten
The following boss.
No, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but
Yeah, that's all right. We'll go back.
We'll figure it out.
We'll go back. We're gonna cash in some souls for some levels and Tower Knight. Tower Knight's pretty. I don't know. I feel like he's more straightforward than a lot of bosses, or maybe I've fought him so many times that I feel confident we can probably get him in the first try or two. Where's my lady?
It's funny that you say that because the first time I was playing through it, I just couldn't figure out why I kept dying. And it was the folks up on the ledges.
Yep. All right, so let's see. Okay, only so 8,000. If we crack, we're 570 away from 3 levels. So I can crack a couple souls real quick. And now we can get our 3rd level.
Soul of the mind.
Cool, so obviously we're going to do that with Vitality. I was looking to see what will be our most, biggest impact. So Intelligence is not
So
adding...
how many more until the next?
Attunement? Sorry, not attunement. It is it Intelligence? Yeah, Magic Memory. More than 3.
Okay.
So I could put 3 in there
A one?
because this will increase my MP as well. So not a bad choice. And then I get another, or I'm closer to. I think that's a good idea. And then we can get our Tower Knight. What do you think?
I think that's an excellent idea.
Okay.
I'm all about that intelligence magic life.
I want, the magic power, good. More spells to choose, good. So, you know what I realized? I just was talking about how easy the Tower Knight is, but the dragon still lives. So, the Tower Knight may be easy, but I don't think I've killed the dragon yet. So,
Yeah. So is that something we want to wait for?
I may wait for that. I'm just going to check thing. Did we? I know we did a couple. Or we tried a previous playthrough. I can't remember if we've helped Ostrava in this playthrough. So I think that may be something for us to do now.
Okay.
And let's see.
And we can definitely help out.
Because
A
he's
whole bunch of resources.
yeah. We haven't helped him. He's right down here.
Hello? You, yonder. Over here.
Hey, Strava.
Look at me. Clear out the soldiers
Oops.
blocking this passage, if it please you.
If it please you.
Lord's path, just over there, is now a feeding ground for dragons. Have your wits about you.
I love the use of language, because obviously you had to translate this into English and then also make sure that it was kind of right for the setting, right for the, hate to say time period, but we're talking medieval fantasy here, so
Yeah.
have to have that vernacular right. Little things like that. I love it.
Yeah.
So should be relatively easy, or helping Ostrava should be relatively easy now. I didn't equip the shield though. Probably should equip my flame shield for this. What do you think? I think I think I can do it without. Let me try. Make sure I aggro him.
Yeah. I was
Well,
gonna
I
say.
wanted to let him do his first run. And I'm not going to pick anything up because these will stay there. Don't have to get greedy. Get them later. There we go. Not hard, just patient. Because he comes up here, so we're going to clear out his... Clear out where he ends up.
I do think it's interesting that Ostrava was saying that the Lord's Path is now a feeding ground for dragons. Because I think that before it would have been, a place to stand up and be like, oh, look at how awesome we are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is where dragons show how awesome they are.
Well, and if his dad hadn't done all this, spoilers, maybe? That's because he would have been the one who unleashed all of this, right?
Yeah. So
we can spoil things on here because we talk lore, and it's not a spoiler for the gameplay, and that's really what matters in my opinion in the Souls games. I think even if you go in knowing the story of Demon's Souls, you still learn more, playing. So
well, it's all about that context.
yeah.
I think it's much more of a spoiler of who Ostrava is, but they kind of tell that at the beginning. I forgot.
Yeah, they kind of do. The Filthy Man? No, it's not the Filthy Man. The Filthy Man's the one in the tunnels, right?
Yeah.
The hunched over beggar, the hunched over guy that steals stuff. That's not Patches. he basically spells it out. But yeah, it's. But I guess I hope people weren't weren't offended by that spoiler. But I think it's more interesting. It's more interesting the motivation of King Alond to.
Also, before you talk to him down here, move forward through the tunnel and take out.
Thank you.
Because the dogs will crap out of him.
That's true. That's true. They wreck me. So yeah, obviously.
Please accept it.
I like the way that these tunnels look in the remake.
Oh yeah.
Or dark areas in particular are just a lot more.
I think it's the HDR. I mean, well, even not HDR, just being able to process even because like right now this I believe is not I have to double check. I don't think this is capturing HDR right now. But even non HDR, it's able to process those black levels where. I think the PS3 it was like, do we want to eat our resources up on that, or because everything in programming even now it's all okay resource management, and I will say it's gotten more bloated over the years, but they're able to take advantage of the hardware in a way that is just magnificent. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get better. Thinking about like the PS3 and PS4 games that came out at launch, and then what they looked like afterwards. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, we meet again. Fancy that. Hope you find something that suits you.
And we already looked at his stuff. We don't have there's no trophy for getting all equipment, so we don't have to worry about buying anything from him. But I wouldn't mind a firebomb. I don't know. I can wait, I guess, right?
I mean, you go ahead and pick one up now because we're not using our souls for anything else, and just having that supply. And one of the things about Souls games is by making purchases, investing souls that way. You can go ahead and talk to Ostrava now, though.
That's true. That's true. I just grabbing this real quick, and then I will.
Okay.
But yeah, you're exactly right. You're investing. So the souls that you not only are you getting something later because that's an item that you can use later, but those aren't souls you can lose now.
Yeah.
So it's actually safe to spend them. It's safe to spend them in this case. So yeah, let's go down and talk to Strava. And yeah.
I also like this the level design of having a place, up top where you can go through and risk the dragon, come down here, risk the dog.
Yeah.
Also, the view out that window to where this is busted is just
bring up
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Again, the draw distance, the dragon's beautiful. I just love the draw distance, seeing, and I feel like, again, the hardware and art style and everything is catching up where I can see that there's a bridge down there and the little tower to the bridge. There's one way off in the distance that looks like maybe a clock tower. I don't know, maybe not a clock tower, but something you can see. There's some type of little township or city down there, and I love that. And correctly hidden slightly by this mist that comes in. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and a lot of the detail of this area was much more implied, and so getting to see that in all its glory is pretty fun.
It's great. It is great. So we're not going to mention spoilers here, but I was mentioning Disney Plus because WandaVision is on Disney Plus,
Yes, it is.
And I don't know if you were watching it.
Hello again.
Well,
I'm keeping
like all other TV. No, I'm playing Binding of Isaac.
Okay. Well, it's good, but the first 3 episodes are kind of like, what's happening? But for the fourth episode just aired, and it tells you more. So, anyways, we'll talk about it in a second.
That's twice now. Time to forge ahead. This is a token of my gratitude. Please accept it.
Dark Moongrass. Well, I was going to mention. Oh, does he have any other dialogue?
This is bad. Not a single person left.
You have a heart of
Why on
gold.
earth? How did this happen, noble father? This is bad.
Okay. So I can't remember if he. I guess he. I can't remember if he doesn't know at this time what caused it. I think. Maybe, but I was going to mention, because WandaVision is understanding what's happening in it. There's a lot of more casual fans who don't know about maybe the comics. They don't understand Wanda's full powers, so they're kind of confused about what's happening. Now that the 4th episode has aired, I think people are getting it more now that if they finished the 4th episode. It's very good, and apparently in the entirety, I think there are 9 episodes. The show has more visual effects than Endgame. So
Wild.
yeah, it's just crazy. But Disney knew, apparently, Disney before the pandemic and everything, they knew hey, people are streaming a lot, so let's do some stuff on streaming. I didn't expect. I may die here, by the way. Let's see. No, I didn't. Cool. All right. I guess Disney realized, hey, people are streaming, people are watching so much that let's value that higher.
Yeah.
And now that the pandemic and all that, Disney's officially said, hey, we respect, or we view our streaming just as much as we do view our movies, as in they're equally important to them. Because Disney's like, hey, we're in for the long run. Let's get them subscriptions.
Yeah, this is where the people are, and the consistent money flow goes.
Yes, but Elizabeth Olsen obviously is just amazing in everything. Non-spoilers for the show, I promise. But you've seen in the Avengers movies, her accent has kind of been going away. It's just gone, and in this and in interviews, Elizabeth Olsen was like, "Yeah, it just didn't work. We just stopped it." Like,
Yeah, basically.
it was bad.
No interest.
I was gonna say, if you still got some time, do you want to try to kill Flamelurker again?
I'm down for one more run against.
All right.
One run against Flamelurker.
Let's do one run against that while I
check your equipment and make sure that you have some fire resist on there. And again, with the remake, it doesn't take 5 minutes to go back, which is nice.
It's amazing.
But just being able to have a little bit more resistance to fire without without going to fat roll or whatever.
Yeah. So my fire resistance, so if I go up from there, fire resistance is better than my Saint's robe. I can equip. I don't actually. Let's see how my strength is, because I do have some shields that may assist. Oh, well, never mind. We're not using our shield, so we would need passive fire resistance. So let's look, see if there's anything else that I have in storage. Of course, I can't view their. I can't view it from here, but that's fine.
You have a heart of gold.
So, officials' clothes.
Okay.
Officials' clothes are better on fire, and the weight's not bad. And this only affects resistances. It doesn't affect my power, right?
Right.
So, I think we're gonna get official like. Do I have? I do. We can put these away.
Yeah, and the old ragged stuff is very vulnerable to fire, and you want to make sure that putting away the stuff that you're not wearing,
Yep.
like armor and what have you.
Yeah, like that. Just make sure I've got officials here. I don't have an official's hat. I will definitely find one of those. Officials leggings. And we have a flame resist ring, which we've been wearing, and a cling ring. We have 2 flame resistance rings, but I don't want to take out the other cling ring.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
You have a heart of gold.
So let's go for one more there. But yeah, I think.
Did you get it out, or did you get it out and equip it, or just get it out?
Oh, you be quiet. I was gonna get there, I swear. So but yeah, I'm liking WandaVision. Like I said, after the first 3 episodes, it's a very much there's no context as to what's happening. It just throws you in. Mm-hmm. And the 4th episode is a little bit more, gives you more context. But I definitely recommend it now to anyone. The first couple episodes, I was like, okay, it may be hard for some people to catch up on, but now I'm all about it for everyone. So if you don't have
Everybody
Disney
everywhere.
Everybody everywhere, I think, will like it. Paul Bettany's amazing as usual. Elizabeth Olsen is just phenomenal. She's gotten to be such an amazing actress, and no one even talks about her sisters anymore. And I love that.
Sisters?
What's that?
Who are Elizabeth Olsen's sisters?
Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen,
Huh?
the Olsen twins from Full House. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when she first got into acting, actually she was reluctant to do it seriously when she was an adult, and then she was like, you know what, I want to do this. It's okay. I'm not ashamed. And then the interviewers were constantly talking about her family upbringing and what it was like to be around her sisters. And now interviewers could do that, but she's proven herself to be such a great actress. We got other things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good.
So if you haven't seen Old Boy, the remake of Old Boy, it's not as good as the original, but she's great in that.
Well, yeah, it's made by a bunch of Americans.
Yeah, that's true. Well, also they took out parts that matter and make it. They took out parts that matter and make it I don't know, more contextually. They censored it, basically, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
They were like, Americans won't like this. It's like, yeah, but you need to be uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah.
That's how you.
And this is why we play Dark Souls games.
You gotta learn to deal.
We're okay. We're okay with being uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like I learned to deal with that, and I was able to process it, and thus I am better, and I'm better for it, and hopefully at least. So here we are. Happy, and we will.
All right. Double
Sorry.
equipment. Make
Yep.
sure you've got just the stuff you want to use.
Officials, and
Or the fire bombs.
yep. Did I? Oh, do I only have one? I've only one fresh spice. Well, shoot. I think that I need 3 to do enough damage.
Okay.
But we can. Oh, wait, hold on. Do I have the evacuate? So I can go back real quick, right?
Yes, but that's a talisman.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. Return, because that's why you spend those souls.
Mm-hmm.
I can, and again, load times.
Yeah.
We can get in here, buy a couple spice, and move on. And don't crack those souls. Those the boss souls.
Boss souls?
It's
Yeah.
not worth it. It's not worth it. I promise you.
No.
That is a
You come back alive.
instant gratification moment where you're like, I feel so much. I got this. I'm better. No, you're not. Just don't do it.
Don't do it, man.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. So the I can't remember if I mentioned this to you. Again, like we don't want to get political on here, but certain things are just interesting, objective situations. I can't remember if I mentioned how the medical marijuana dispensaries lobbied in Florida. I don't know if did I tell you about this.
No.
So it is legal in Florida. If you have a medical license and a prescription, you can use marijuana products. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
Well, so that's been legal medicinally, and they said we are going to, or sorry, the government, the Florida government said, well, we think we're going to propose a bill. We're going to propose a bill to have recreational on the ballot for people to vote on. So it has to be,
Okay.
they have to propose the bill that then people vote on. That's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
So the industry, the medical dispensary industry said, no, like we spent too much money on this because they have $1 million per store, per physical store. They have to pay a license every year. And they said, we spent too much money on this. Give us 2 years. And then you can put that on the ballot. So they lobbied, meaning they paid off some people. And Florida did not get to vote as to whether or not the people want to have recreational marijuana available. The politicians decided for them, and I think I'm like that should not be legal, but it is.
Yeah.
Because to me, I'm like I don't care. That's a lot of taxes. But either way, the people should be voting, not the corporation who said, I invested too much money for you to change the law, so wait until I make more money, then you can change the law. It's like,
Yeah.
no, don't do that.
So with our spell slots and everything, we've got the spells up.
Water Veil. So we have Water Veil, and we can heal ourselves in a pinch. I also switched to the Chris Blade for my offhand, because we weren't doing that.
Okay.
So I think that may help. And let's Water Veil. And go. I can do it. I can do it.
So that goes from 112 to 127, which over a long fight is a pretty significant amount.
I think so.
10% boost.
Yep. Let's shoot a little bit here. Get out of here. Oops. Let's heal. Oh, bad timing. Bad time. Bad form, Jack. Time for one more or no?
One more.
One more, okay.
One more again.
One more again. So, but speaking of Disney Plus and political things, Disney has removed some movies, some older movies off there due to so Dumbo is no longer available. The original Dumbo.
Yeah.
Peter Pan. They're removing, which I get. The portrayal on there is not. It's not good. I still would prefer what I think they did this. I know Warner Brothers did this back in the day. They released some old cartoons and old movies, and they'd have a disclaimer at the beginning saying, "This is a reflection of the time. We obviously don't condone this. We have moved past this, but it is there, and it's also important to know your past." So,
Yeah.
I
And
want to say
Disney does not like to be
acknowledge.
does not like to acknowledge where it's come from. Yeah.
Yeah, I have my copy of Song of the South that because Disney will never release it, so I have a copy of it because that's never gonna be released. And it's it's sad. It's not. It's a terrible film for the portrayal. It's not. But if you took that aside, it's not that great of a movie. Like even if you, I don't know if you've seen it, but even
Yes.
if you take out the okay, this is racist. This is also the stories were literally stolen. I don't know if you knew that. The stories
I mean,
that
that's how Disney makes stories.
well, so it was stolen by a white man who stole it from African Americans who were either slaves or had just become freed before Disney. So like Disney stole something that was stolen or used something that was stolen. So it's like, yeah,
Fascinating.
yeah. So Chris Blade and yeah, interesting stuff. So, all right, this may be. I may be able to do something if I remember what to do.
Yes.
Yeah, but 127 much better. Get out of the way.
Big brush coming.
Yep. And I'm gonna get out of the corner. Good, good, good. Whoops. Come on. Now he's about to start his faster, stronger thing.
Yeah. And we need water veil before that happens.
Yep. Oh, we need grass as well. Water veil. Get to safety. Oh, shoot. So I've water veiled. Need spice.
I feel like that should have hit.
I think we should have. I call shenanigans. Get out, get out, get out, get out. There's a chance, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. That was crazy.
So he's in S mode now.
Yep. Beast mode. Come on. There we go. Yeah, just stay there. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's very effective.
Nice.
Okay, now I need to get around him and get some spice. I may have this. Maybe. It's not
Don't say that, Patrick. You know better.
But you know what?
The extra damage does really help. Alright. 2 more.
I'm just saying, some days you got it, and some days you
Some
don't.
days it works.
And this is one of those days.
Hooray.
That's a good morning to start off, killing off 2 demons.
Take Big M.
What'd you say? Take what?
Take that, Big M.
Yeah. So now, and
You may be
22.
able to defeat dragons, but we have defeated you.
That's right. And 22,000 souls, nothing to sneeze about. Not bad.
Exactly.
We're gonna go kill ourselves. Let's do a quick level up. Are you good with that? And then
Well, we can
we can do that next time.
Yeah.
All right. I will go kill myself, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.